Next on Morning Focus, we are going to talk about Off the Pitch, a service set up by Meghan Corrigan, which helps clubs provide access to anonymous counselling services for their members. And Clare GAA Health and Wellbeing Committee continues to do important work in this area, and we're going to focus on the importance of mental health and mental fitness within Clare clubs for players, coaches, volunteers and everyone involved, and the supports available to help keep those conversations going both on and off the pitch. And I am joined by Meghan Corrigan and John Conroy, joint chairperson of the Clare GAA Health and Wellbeing Committee. And thanks to both of you for being with us on Morning Focus. Meghan, can you tell us what inspired you to set up off the pitch and how it has been going since you've done so?
Good morning, Alan. Thanks so much for having me on, first of all. So last year, I'm from County Offaly, and last year, at the beginning of the year, a local club to me, my club is Clare GAA, a very small club of about 100 people, a very small club close to us, lost a member for mental health. And it, as you can imagine, sent shockwaves through the whole county. And I suppose we were very fortunate in Clare GAA that had not come to our doorstep yet. I'm a nurse myself, and in work we have employee assistance programme. And I just kind of thought, why is this not in the GAA? Like, why is there not a lifeline there that the lads or the women can contact, or like the backroom team can contact? You know, it's a very stressful, non-paid job. And so I came up with the concept of Off the Pitch, where members of a club could access anonymous counselling services paid for by their club. I went to my club and they were hugely receptive of it. I must give credit where credit's due to my committee. It was hugely receptive, and we set up Off the Pitch in the June bank holiday last year. And it's just been strength to strength ever since. We're growing. We're in so many counties now at the moment, and so many clubs in the process of setting up. So I suppose it did take someone local to us losing their life to inspire the service, but a lot of great stuff has come from that.
And that's brilliant to hear, and it is so important to talk about mental health and mental fitness within GAA clubs for all concerned.
Absolutely.
And John, to bring you in, can you explain how the work that the Clare GAA's Health and Wellbeing Committee, the work you do, complements what's happening with Off the Pitch?
Yeah, and we're quite active within the county. We've collaborated with the Samaritans, Bushy Park Treatment Centre and Garda Síochána. We've been running talks on drug use, gambling and mental health to, I'd say, about 20 communities throughout the county, from Naveown back to Scariff and from Kilfenora down to Partine, Meelick. So a lot of it with clubs, like clubs have very high standards within themselves in terms of team preparation, as regards coaching, S&C, physio, video analysis. But the one area and the one gap I see is just that mental health side of things, the off-field stuff that we can help on. So we looked at it from the point of view of drug use and the suicide rates within the county. We're the fourth highest users of cocaine in the world at the moment. And what we've been doing is we've been bringing the services into communities as a way of signposting club members and club coaches. If your club or a member have an issue, say with cocaine and that they know where to go to get the services. And a lot of clubs didn't know where to get the services. So we're merely signposting on where people can access the services. Like someone on drugs, they're not a bad person. It's just at the moment it's part of society, it's very urban, it's rural, it's affecting all ages. And the GAA clubs are very much the heart of the towns and villages within our country. The Samaritans, they do phenomenal work. We have a really close relationship with them. They're kind of raising and encouraging young players to support each other. Their work is non-judgmental, and they really focus on the mental health side of it. And they have a really good initiative which we're really trying to promote called Huddle. So Huddle is 5-minute talk by the volunteers of the Samaritans to the players on the sideline before training, and it just helps and addresses the whole mental health side of things. Bushy Park then provide phenomenal treatment centre, and then on Gardaí, the guards really come in at a really good angle. So first of all, their whole thing is to keep people out from jail. That's a big part of what they're trying to do. They're trying to help people who are in difficulty. And they have a really good initiative called the Drug Intimidation Programme. It's actually called Drive. So a lot of families, they may not know their son or daughter are taking cocaine or drugs. They get into debt with one of these thieves, and they end up, they maybe can't pay for the debt, or the thieves come back and they demand extra money that they're not owed. So the guards are really encouraging families to go to the guards, and it'll be treated and confidential, and they're there to help with that programme. So that's kind of what we're really, really focusing on. And also as well, you know, we had Mick Collins on yesterday, Alan. He's the Midwest Suicide Officer. We work really closely with Mick as well, because unfortunately we've had a lot of tragic incidents in the county in the last year. And again, what we're trying to do is the gambling and cocaine side of it, they lead to a lot of suicide. So that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to offer help to people out in the communities. Okay,
and a great array of help that you are offering there. And with everything that both of you have been chatting about me with Meghan, the more clubs that sign up to Off the Pitch, the better. Almost 20 clubs now using the service. Have you noticed a change in mindset in clubs that have signed up? And what would you say to clubs who may be hesitant to take the first step and implement mental health supports in general?
Absolutely. First of all, I'd like to say fair play to Clare GAA. Like, the work they're doing there is phenomenal. I know that work is going on in every county, and by no means I try to undermine any GAA county board or anything of the sort. But what I have found from speaking to clubs all over the country, to be honest, is that they are looking for a service like this, that there is just an anonymous line there. Everyone is given a number, you're coded, everyone gets a unique identifier number, and it is up to the member then to access the service. Like, for example, I had a member from a local club contact me back last year, and he disclosed to me that he had a gambling addiction he hadn't money to get out of. And he actually thought that I was a helpline, and I had to explain to him that wasn't the case, that I actually wasn't working with his club at the time, and he didn't know what to do or where to go. And this is just something that the club are able to put your arm around you and say, look, we can put you in the right direction, when all the supports aren't maybe there at the club's fingertips, where it's not the case in a lot of clubs. But yeah, there's been just short of 20 people have access to service, and I just would like to think in my own head that there's potentially been a life saved amongst that 20 people.
I'm sure it's helped in that regard. You know, and just before I let you go, Meghan, for let's see if we can increase the subscribers or users of Off the Pitch. For any clubs listening this morning thinking about joining Off the Pitch, what's involved?
So basically, I have a website. It's called offthepitch.ie. My Instagram number is the exact same, name is the exact same as that. It's offthepitch.ie. All it takes is the club to contact me. We have a little chat, discuss maybe the amount of people in the club that might need to access the service. It's a very affordable service for the club. This is not a money-making service by any means. I basically cover printing costs for printing out the information packs and the list of therapists for each person, but and then the club takes charge of the fee of payment. Okay. A small club like my own, if they had a budget of about €2,000 for the year, they would definitely get 4 or 5 people seen, and the cost of it running for the year totally anonymously. It's hugely beneficial for the healthy clubs committees as well. I know my own club last year used Off the Pitch to obtain the gold standard in the club as part of the mental health initiative, and I was just so proud of that, because this service isn't anywhere else in the country, and for it to be used and for my club to get the gold standard out of it was just something really special. So clubs are really jumping on the bandwagon of healthy clubs, and it's a fantastic initiative. It really pulls people together, and in real times of sadness as well. Yeah. But it can be used as part of the Healthy Clubs initiative as the mental health aspect of that. Well, look, there's very little to signing up. Okay. Yeah. Well, look, it's brilliant to see that it is there, and certainly in this county complimenting the great work being done by the Clare GAA Health and Wellbeing Committee that John outlined for us. My thanks to Meghan Corrigan and to John Conroy for joining me on Morning Focus.